She was simply standing on the deck admiring the view, when suddenly someone shoved her hard, and she fell straight into the pool below. But the killer didn't intend to let her go. He closed the pool's retractable roof, planning to drown the woman completely inside. The weight of her coat kept her from surfacing. The woman struggled desperately to remove her jacket. But it was too late. The pool was now fully enclosed by the roof. That's when she realized this was the guest cabin's viewing pool. She frantically pounded on the glass, desperate for attention. The woman lying on the sofa spotted her.
What's the matter?
Fortunately, Laura was rescued in time, but this wasn't the first strange occurrence she'd encountered. Ever since boarding this luxury yacht, bizarre events had followed one after another. Laura was a star reporter for a newspaper. That day, she unexpectedly received an invitation. As the heiress of the Norwegian shipping company, Anna had been diagnosed with terminal leukemia. Her husband was establishing a foundation in her name, and had invited board members aboard the yacht to attend a fundraising dinner in Norway. They hoped Laura would join them. Coincidentally, Laura was researching a human interest story. This was undoubtedly the perfect opportunity. The next day, Lola arrived at the luxurious yacht. Upon boarding, the butler immediately asked her to remove her shoes and change into the slippers they had specially prepared. All the attendees were from the upper echelons of society, making Lola feel like a fish out of water. Fortunately, the guests were all very polite. Even the hostess, Anna, greeted her warmly. Just then, her friend Morgan suddenly appeared, startling Lola. That evening, Laura changed into her carefully selected dress. Unfortunately, she encountered Morgan in the hallway. He was chatting up a woman while holding his artwork. To avoid this awkward scene, Laura frantically ducked into the adjacent room 10. Just then, a woman emerged, staring at Laura in surprise. She then put on her hat and walked back to the bathroom. Realizing her intrusion, Laura apologized and hurriedly left the room. Little did she know this marked the beginning of a nightmare. At dinner, Laura was instructed to fetch Lady Anna. She arrived first at the study. Soon after, Anna arrived as promised. Leukemia had taken her long hair, yet her speech and demeanor revealed an elegant, intelligent woman. She greatly admired Laura's work, speaking for those who needed a voice. She then revealed why she'd summoned Laura to review her speech for the upcoming gala. Only then did Laura learn Anna planned to donate her entire estate to the foundation. Moved by Anna's selflessness, their conversation flowed pleasantly. Before departing, Anna invited Laura to continue their talk the next day. Yet that very night, tragedy struck. Lola, fast asleep, was jolted awake by the sound of arguing. She slowly made her way to the balcony, drawn by the noise. The next moment, a loud splash echoed through the air. Lola abruptly leaned over the railing to investigate. Sure enough, she saw a figure floating in the sea. Then, turning her head, she saw a bloodstained handprint smeared across the glass. Without a moment's hesitation, Lola alerted the crew. Instantly, the yacht went into full alert mode. In the dead of night, everyone mobilized. They searched the sea for the missing passenger. When they heard it was the guest from cabin number 10, the safety officer wore a peculiar expression, because cabin number 10 had always been empty. The guest who was supposed to stay there had canceled their reservation 2 days before boarding. Lola was utterly bewildered. She had seen the blonde woman in the room today. How could she not be there? Even stranger, when the crew searched all passengers, everyone was accounted for in their rooms. No one was missing, and the bloody handprint on the glass door had vanished without a trace.